Hi, thanks very much for joining me. Today I'm going to give you a bit of a gardener's year update because at this time of the year things are changing just so very quickly. It's really hard to imagine that just over a month ago this area of the garden was devastated by the gales that we had back in March. Not only with things smashed to the ground around the vegetable plot, but actually my poor old greenhouse was also smashed up. But fortunately, I've got a great dad and he's put it back together for me, and production is going on very well in here. In the last episode, this rhubarb I just uncovered from forcing, and as you can see, it's already huge, which is great news. And just behind it, I've got some asparagus growing. This asparagus I put in, this is probably about 3 or 4 years old. It's quite mature. So I'm already harvesting from this garden. They're a little bit thick, but I think I'm going to give them a go. So I'm just going to cut them off and I'm going to cook those in a minute so they're still nice and fresh and have them in a salad tonight. I do like to leave some spears behind because I think it's a really, really impressive plant, an asparagus, and it looks really nice in the veg garden. And I do try to make the veg garden attractive as well as being functional. Great to see that potatoes are coming up nicely. So in the last episode I put these in the bag and they were just sort of like completely covered by the compost, and now I'm going to cover them up again because that's what you have to do. You have to keep on earthing them up right up until they get to the top of the bag and the plant will just grow naturally. So I'm just going to earth these ones up. As you can see, I'm giving them a really good covering. Don't need to hold back with this because they will push through again. That's good, and then I'll just give that a water. In this bag, it's a really good example of something where you need to take action immediately, because you can see that the potato, the actual tuber itself, is coming through. Now that is not good, because if the potatoes come through and they get sunlight, they go green and they become poisonous. In here I've got purple sprouting broccoli, and like any other brassica, it falls foul of butterflies where they land and they land and lay their eggs and then ruin the plant. So I'm trying a little bit of companion planting in here as well, and so I've done a row of broccoli, a row of nasturtiums, a row of broccoli and a row of nasturtiums, and I'm hoping that the butterflies are going to choose the nasturtiums rather than the broccoli, and then I'll get a good crop. Because we're so susceptible to wind here, plants are likely to get damaged by wind, probably, well, at any point during the season. So this is the trick to supporting them and looking after them, is to put a support in now before they get too high. So I put a couple of supports in fact, that encompass the whole plant, and the idea is that the plant then will grow up within the supports and they'll be hidden because they're not that nice to look at, and they'll hold it in place. It doesn't work if you wait until after the plant has grown, because it just sort of like flops over, and it definitely doesn't work if you wait until after the plant has actually been damaged by wind. I mean, this isn't foolproof, but it's a good way to make an effort to try to stop the wind from damaging them.
Action.
In here I've got purple sprouting broccoli.
Unbelievable. Action.
In here I've got purple sprouting broccoli.
I got to.
There, and lay their eggs there, and they won't bother. Why are you laughing?
Action.
As you can see from... Thanks very much for watching. Please do comment, please do subscribe. I really appreciate it when you do, and I definitely read every single comment and will respond to each one. Thank you very much.